Hi, everybody. Christine Barconi here in the NBC4i Streaming Center, joined by Dr. David Cohn. He's the new CEO, interim CEO of the James at Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center. Dr. Cohn, thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, Christine.
Yeah, you're welcome. So just tell me a little bit about yourself, your background, your experience, and then, of course, how are you feeling about taking on this new role at the James?
Yeah, I'm really excited to take on the new role. So I've been at the James now for over 20 years. I'm a practicing physician as a gynecologic cancer surgeon, and have been most recently the chief medical officer of the hospital, running the clinical practice for the last 4.5 years. And we've had a remarkable, strong leadership at the James for, under Dr. Farr, who just departed after 46-year practice. So he's got really big shoes to fill, and I'm really excited to be able to do that.
It sounds like you guys stick around for a long time at the James, you being there for 20 years and your predecessor being there for 40 years. Why do you think that is?
There's not a whole lot of reason to leave. This is an amazing place. I think that, the incredible care that we take of our patients, the discoveries that we're able to make here at the Comprehensive Cancer Center, we say that we have a goal of creating a cancer-free world, one patient and one discovery at a time. And it's that combination of really great patient care, where we're all focused on the cancer population, and also there's discoveries that help to improve our outcomes and ease the suffering that keeps people here and that brings them here in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely. And they come from all over the state. Of course, you guys have worked really hard to get that reputation and bring in patients. How do you think that you guys have been so successful in that over the past, decades? And how do you expect to expand that in the future?
Well, I think that it's really starts with the patient-centered care that we're able to provide. So every patient is unique. There's no routine cancer. And so being able to be in a position to have experts here that just take care of one specific disease within cancer. It's not just cancer, but it might be lung cancer or breast cancer. We've got some remarkable physicians that are here that are really at the top of their game. And those are the ones that are setting standards and making those discoveries. And so I think the patients deserve that level of access and expertise. And that's what allows patients to be here and to experience those great outcomes.
You're coming on at a really exciting time. Obviously, the biggest fundraiser of the year, Pelotonia, is coming up very soon. I saw on your Twitter that you are a participant in that. Can you talk about Pelotonia and the impact it has on the James and why you choose to ride in it?
Yeah, so I've ridden in Pelotonia every single year, and it's my favorite time of the year as well, like you said. To me, allows us to do what we're able to do here. So almost $250 million have been raised over the last 13 years through Pelotonia. These are dollars that will allow for recruitment of top-end scientists and physicians. It keeps them here. It funds their research as well. And most importantly, it leads to those discoveries that are going to improve our patients' outcomes. We've already seen across the entire state of Ohio and across the country that dollars that have been raised through Pelotonia have a direct impact in improving the care of our patients here in Columbus and beyond. And for that reason, I ride, and I would encourage everybody to do the same.
Yeah, we have a team here at NBC4. One of our colleagues, Matthew, he's riding in it for one of our meteorologists, Bob, who's going through some cancer treatments right now. So very happy to support that, of course.
Appreciate that one. I hope that Bob does well.
Yes, thank you. So what are some tangible things that you want to do at the cancer hospital during your time as CEO?
I think that healthcare in and of itself is really in a transformative time at this moment. And so we're recognizing that through the pandemic, we've been able to treat a lot more patients virtually by telephone, video conference. There's still really an important component of seeing patients face to face, but having an increasing in virtual monitoring. So patients that leave the hospital, making sure that they can connect back with us without physically having to come in is a really important initiative. That's going to allow us to touch more lives across the state of Ohio and beyond as well for patients that might have challenges in getting here. We want to improve the quality of the care that's provided across the state. So we've got a very large initiative in expanding our James Cancer Hospital network to ensure that patients that are not in Central Ohio have access to that exemplary care in their community that still allows that quality care from the James to be administered in that location. And then again, the last piece is the discovery side. So we've got some remarkable science and scientists that continue to make these discoveries that improve patients' cares and their lives. Strong emphasis on engineering and how cancer and engineering relate to each other, and a very enormous focus on a new general theme of cancer treatment called immunotherapy, which harnesses the patient's own immune system to try to improve their outcomes as well as a major focus.
That is really cool. Anything else that you would like to add that I may not have asked you about your new role at Ohio State?
I would just say that it's really an exciting time to be a hospital leader. The Wexner Medical Center as a whole, and the James Cancer Hospital and the Comprehensive Cancer Center is really poised to make a significant impact in our community to improve the lives of the patients that we see here. And it's an honor to be able to lead and serve.
All right, Dr. Cohn, thank you so much for taking the time out today. Guys, if you want to learn more about the James as well as the Pelotonia team and the stories we've been doing with Matthew and, of course, Bob, who he is writing for, you can check those out on NBC4i.com. Appreciate it again, Dr. Cohn.
Great. Thanks, Christine. Appreciate it as well.